Well, it's come time to get our shed ready.
And of course, we're outside and it's raining in Scotland. What a surprise.
We're trying to beat the rain, but if it gets more than this, we'll have to stop because we do have power tools. I think it's still safe enough to use it. So this is the structure that we're looking at doing. So we're going to build the...
We're only having really small things in the shed.
Yep. So we're doing a 3 metres by 2.4 metre shed. That should be ample enough. So what we're going to do is just build the frame for the base tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow it's not raining too much and we can get the rest of it done, and we'll duck out and buy the timber that we need.
As per usual, I'm just the hired help. Michael's in the background there doing these calculations and these, right, if this goes here and the hypotenuse and A plus B equals C and...
Well, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. We can use that later on for this shed, but there is a much easier method to do it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Tell you what, it was interesting when Jack and I went to pick this up because we only had our car to do it on. So we had to actually cut it with a little saw, the little Makita battery saw. And we did all right until we ran out of battery power and I had to finish off with a handsaw. So, and then we had 6 sheets of OSB sitting on our roof. Yeah, I think that was at the limit of what we could fit. So as you'll notice that how big our shed is going to be is actually bigger than the footprint of the things that are here. That's okay. We're actually going to pull some of these up and we're going to use these pavers as sort of stools for the wood to sit on it so that air can get under it and there's less chance of it rotting out if we can have air movement under. So yeah, we'll start to try to just set up our base at the moment. We're actually just waiting for the screws to get here. I've done an express order from Screwfix, so hopefully they get here shortly. So I think the best thing to do is just sort of maybe build the frame and then work it all out from there. So let's go, Jackie O.
I've been going. He's been, whatever the word is, doing something else.
Our Screwfix order just turned up. All right, some really good coated screws. Got to use coated screws for this timber.
So Makita would be really happy to know that apparently their drills can be used as hammers as well.
I know there might be some people freaking going, oh, you're breaking your drill, and oh, I cringe when they see this. The reality is, I've been working with these tools for over decades. And I'm not treating them really badly, just a little tap here and there. Just a little tap.
So 2 more screws to go, and then, well, this is in my limited knowledge of what the plan is. The frame for the flooring is done, then we're just going to put the sheets on. Okay, by the look of Mr. Taylor's face, that is incorrect. I have a feeling that we're putting battens in between to make rungs, like ladders.
Yeah, so we're just going to shore it up a bit that way as well.
So the other thing to note is we will be doing work in the garden as well, but we thought the priority would be to actually build the shed. Then we can put all our bits and pieces in and yeah, I guess be better equipped to get the garden done. So whatever you see in the background, apart from obviously what we just built, is possibly not staying as is.
So we'll be cutting them to fit between them. And I just think 2 runs of it should be enough. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll just have to cut each one individually and see. I'm not going to bother setting up a jig for this one. I'm just going to measure because they'll all be fraction different. Probably could have done it a bit different way, but this will do.
So one of the things that frustrates me when we're building and doing things is I just do not have the same strength and things that Michael and the boys do. But you know what? I can do other things. So that's okay. So I got some of the battens in, some of the things in, but yeah, Michael can get them in much better than I can, so I'll just let him do it.
In Jack's defence, I actually, my first job out of school was working in an office furniture factory, and honestly we'd have to put through thousands of screws a day on machinery, and you just had to make sure it was right. So now when they say 10,000 hours, you know, I probably have done the equivalent of that, of just putting screws in all day for years on end.
One thing I do like is I get frustrated, but they don't do the whole eye roll of, ugh, weak Jack is trying to do this again. Like, it's all good. Well, not at least that I see.
We've got the frame set up. We'll leave that to the morning just because it's raining a bit too much at the moment. We'll then put the OSB on top of it, screw it all down, shore it up, square it up. So what we're going to do is we're not going to leave pavers under there that aren't used, but we're going to have to make sure we double up some pavers so that we can get airflow under this structure so that it doesn't rot. I'd love to help, but someone's got to hold the camera. Okay, our shed, we're going to make the walls out of this stud work here, but these are the corner pieces and they will go in the corner. Anyway, so they're going to sit like that, and if you look down there, they're going to overlap. All right, so if I could make that probably square to there, and that's going to give me an overlap of about 25 mil or 1 inch. And what that will allow is that when I put the cladding on, the cladding will butt up against this, but it won't be seen from the edge. So it's going to hide that. Now, here's the thing, the cladding is going to stick out about 15 mil. So I've just got to work out from the boss whether or not we need the cladding to be flush with that and angled back, or having it really embedded. So let's see what the boss wants.
This is the first time the boss is having to know about this, so she might get thinking. That was thinking, not stinking.
So I'm thinking roughly 15 mil sticking out. We'll just go back there a little bit. What do you reckon?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So that's where I want my walls to be. The door's going to be there, so I'm going to make 2 pieces 800 wide, or a bit shorter because it'll take off 55 mil. So 745 will be my frame for here, 745 there, and then I can put that in. But I think what we might do, we might be in the position to put this on now. Are we, Josh? Yep. Okay, we'll move this then. It's starting to rain a bit, so here's hoping we can get something done. I've never used this before, but basically it's a system that you sit the deck on it and you twist them, and it's going to let you get it level. So the deck just sits freely on there. So we're going to have these spread around to raise the deck off the ground. So we can put the deck down, lift them up and just wedge these under, see how we go.
No, you're going to have to come back this way.
All right, so we've got these little deck risers, I think they're called. So that's going to help us get it level. So if we get that level over there, Josh, you want to chuck that level on there? And we'll see how far that is out at the moment. So that's pretty far. So what we'll have to do is try to rise down one end.
Yeah.
Well, it's not absolute.
I'm noticing a... Now stop there.
Hey,
I'll hold it up there.
we'll put a string line in line with this screw. And then string line
Yeah.
there. Let's do this one first.
Yeah. So in line with the screws?
No, this is in line with the outer edge.
Yeah.
Directly in line with the edge. Because this is me cut.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're on the outside of that butt stud? Yep. Now I've set that to the depth. Just in case I'm a little bit off and I start to go into the side wall. It's not too much of an issue. It's not trying to cut through that bottom stuff. This doesn't have to be perfect because we're putting cladding on the outside. There's going to be a frame and everything. So here we go. Problem with in Scotland, it's not a problem, it's absolutely great that we're allowed to do this without permission. Just stay within the guidelines is I can't be any more than 2.5 metres from the ground to the inside of the roof, I think it is, or the top of the roof, either way. And our roof's going to have a slant, so I forgot about the height of this, but we've just done the measurement, easy. Now,
But the thing to fix all problems is just have a Tim Tam.
absolutely. And I'll show you the best way to have a Tim Tam. I know the UK people like their biscuits and a tea, but this is what we call a Tim Tam bomb. You bite the end off, not big, just little.
Diagonal corner.
Bite the other end off, diagonal corner, and it becomes a straw. And you use it like a straw. And then, that's lovely. That just melts in your mouth.
That's a life changer.
Now, because that was for the video, I've got to have mine now. So
I don't know whether he actually said, yes, it becomes a straw, so you actually suck your hot drink up through the Tim
Yeah.
Tam.
whereas normally they're crunchy and soft. They're a beautiful biscuit. Give it a go. I think you buy them from Tesco in the UK, is it? Mm-hmm. Are they in the normal Bicky aisle or international aisle?
Biscuit aisle.
Just in the biscuit aisle. So, delicious. As there is a yellow rain warning coming, we've decided to cover up the base, and in the next video we'll show you how we approach the framing. Let's just say it turns out alright in the end, but a few issues along the way. Thanks for watching.